York Times best-selling author whose latest book, Keep Moving, reminds us that life gets even better the longer you live it. He's also a Tony, Grammy, and Emmy Award winner whose iconic performances continue to stand the test of time in classic films like Mary Poppins and one of the greatest TV shows of all times, The Dick Van Dyke Show.
Professor Freud would not have laughed at a man who heard his book. Thank goodness we have reached a point in our civilization today where we no longer laugh at people destroying themselves. I'm very happy to say that you'd have to look all over the world to find someone who would laugh at a man saying, "Tear it down." Oh, no.
Please welcome the one and only Dick Van Dyke.
Well, I'm going off the rails on a crazy train.
It is truly, truly an honor to have you here.
This is wonderful.
It is so hard to believe that it was nearly 50 years ago that the final episode of the Dick Van Dyke Show aired right here on CBS, and that was a role.
I had to say 50 years.
Nearly, almost 50 years. Incredible. Now, you got that role in 1961.
Right.
Over Johnny Carson.
Well, Johnny had been mentioned, I think, but once they saw me, hey.
What gave you the edge?
I was doing Bye Bye Birdie on Broadway, and Carl came to see me, and that's how I got the part. You know, he did it himself.
Paul Reiner.
You got to get a better actor.
Now, many of the stories on the Dick Van Dyke Show were taken from your actual life.
Yeah.
And there's one, The Sleeping Brother, that was about your brother Jerry.
He was a sleepwalker right up till the time he got the Army. He almost got in trouble.
Really?
Yeah, I had mentioned Jerry as a child was a sleepwalker. One night he was headed out the front door naked with my father's golf bag. So I said, "Where?" He said, "I'm going to go play golf."
You forgot your shoes.
Now, we have to talk about your classic movie, Mary Poppins. What is one of your fondest memories about making the film?
You know, the only production I can think of where every day we just felt like something magic was happening. We couldn't wait to get Julia. We all said, "There's something really going on here." We couldn't wait to get to work. Wow. We had such fun doing it. A lot of hard work, but my favorite trick was when I played the old banker. You know, I was the old guy. At lunchtime, they always had those tourist buses, you know, little trams going around. I'd wait for one to come, and then I'd cross in front of it, you know. And then the minute they would drive off, I would pass them at a dead sprint. Every day I did that.
The song, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, I Love to Laugh.
Yes.
What was the hardest song to perform for you?
The chimney sweep dance was the hardest. That was tough.
Quite a number.
Yeah, it was. It took several days to shoot. Nobody got hurt. We kept thinking, somebody's got to die in this number. But you know, it wasn't as hard as the old bamboo in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Oh, that was hard.
Wow.
That was so hard.
such an incredible all those songs were so fun and
Those two
beautiful.
guys wrote all those great songs for 2 movies, and I think they're the best for that kind of movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Mary Poppins is such a beloved movie, and people adore it and watch it over and over again. They just reported last month that there's actually going to be a new Mary Poppins movie, and I wonder how you feel about the Disney company going back and reworking the film.
Well, I'm pleased, they're going to do it, but, there's traditionally sequels don't.
They don't live up to the classic.
Yeah, I'm just so worried about it, because they don't have Walt,
Yeah.
and Walt was the guiding spirit over the whole thing. Yeah. We say that we were both children looking for our inner adult. We were both like kids together. And they don't have the Sherman brothers. And it's supposed to be, I guess, when the kids are grown up, into their 20s. So I said, I don't tell them Bert's dead. Well, I do wish them all the luck in the world.
So, Dick, before you became a movie star, one of your first jobs, you worked at a radio station?
Oh, yeah, when I was 17.
Really?
Well, it was during World War II. Everybody got drafted. And I saw a little ad in the paper. I went down and got the job.
Where was it? Was it
Danville, Illinois, where I was raised during the Depression.
WDAN with the call letters.
That's right.
Is it still around?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it is?
That was a CBS station. 250 watts.
We understand one night you actually gave your listeners quite a scare with a weather report. What
Is
happened?
that in the book? Did I put that in the book?
Yes.
Oh, well, back then they had those records that big with about 20 little cuts on them. So you had to, you played your own records and everything, did your own news. So I would, the weather report, and it would say, "Oh, Mr. Weatherman, what's the weather today?" And then I would give it. Well, I put it on, ran across the hall to get the news of the television. I'd hear this voice saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned to this station. A tornado is approaching." And I ran back in and tried to, but about a half an hour later, some telephone line